Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I am opening up the conversation of how eating disorders are actually just trying to help you. It's a little bit of a weird concept because an eating disorder overall, not great. But I was having a conversation with my therapist. Obviously throughout the whole, all of the sessions, we're trying to find out where it kind of came from, I guess, which is a little bit daunting, having to look into the past, look at all my insecurities, talk about everything. It's a lot. I know it will help, and I trust my therapist. She was opening up the conversation about, I don't want to get too deep into it because it is a very private thing, but basically I have trouble connecting with people, and that's kind of quite known now, but I've had that for even just probably before I got my eating disorder as well. When I was really young, I was in the performing arts business, I had a big family, I was quite confident and didn't think about anything insecurity wise much. I didn't care how I looked. I was really grateful that I had a body and was alive. I loved the world. I loved meeting different people and connecting with different people. I just loved life, really. And then there was just certain things that kind of happened and went on, and I just got really nervous for meeting new people, and I started really thinking about what other people thought of me, which is probably my main weakness, is I always think about how other people see me and what other people are thinking. And it's great to think about other people, but some people take care of themselves, think about other people, think about themselves, or they think about other people, think about themselves. I think about other people, think about other people, think about other people, think about myself. It's something that I definitely need to work on. I put myself last for everything. My eating disorder kind of came in to give me a solution to help me connect with people again. And so this is gonna sound really weird. I even think it sounds weird still. Haven't gotten the grasp of it, and that's why I want to not just have a conversation and talk about something. I want to open up the conversation because I think it's quite interesting. Basically my therapist was saying, well, in a way your eating disorder was actually trying to help you by giving you a solution that's not really a great solution, but was giving you a solution to what you thought was your problem. So it was basically saying, if you do all this and change all this, then it'll make you look better, which will make you feel better, which will help you connect with other people and want other people to connect with you. In my mind, obviously my eating disorder is part of my mind, it sounded really good. It's kind of scary. I have two thoughts of it, because it's scary to think that, well, now that I think my eating disorder is trying to help me, is it really that bad a thing? And I know that's a horrible thing to think because I'm trying to recover and get rid of it. But yeah, that's just something that came into my mind. But on the other hand, I'm kind of really grateful because I was really struggling when I got told that I had an eating disorder and all of these mental things, that it's what happened to me that made me such a mean person? If I was a separate person, the things that I say and think about myself, I would never in a million years even think about saying those things or think those things about other people. But when it comes to myself, it's I don't care. But in a way, now that I know that my eating disorder has kind of come from trying to help me, it kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Well, it's in a way, it's sounding really weird, in a way it makes me feel like it's a little bit more me, and I can justify that I actually have the eating disorder, because it is part of my personality to want to help people and try and solve things. I don't just want to give up on things. I just really kind of struggled with saying oh, you have an eating disorder. It's well, where did it come from, and why is it here, and why am I such a mean person to myself? Where now it's kind of well, I mean, yes, you're still mean to yourself, but it's coming from a good place, which in a way is kind of makes me feel better, and it helps me justify that I have an eating disorder and that it's actually me and that I do need to recover from something, rather than saying, oh, I don't have an eating disorder, what to talk about. I've been feeling overall a lot better with like obviously medication, with not thinking about eating as much, with doing all the therapy and everything that I'm doing. Overall, like, my mood has just jumped. I still get my anxiety, but my depression is like, it's rare now, which is good. Well, I mean it's not rare, but it's rare compared to what it was. But because I've gotten better, in my mind I'm kind of like, well, is this it? Like, am I done? When really, then I talk to my therapist and I talk to my dietitian. It's like, are you eating like this? I'm like, no. And it's like, are you feeling like this? No. It's a weird conversation, but I just wanted to open it up because in a way that's kind of why, or how, eating disorders come about, I guess. And all eating disorders are different for every single person because each person is different. It's just all very different, but in a way the eating disorder is trying to help and solve that issue that you feel like you don't have control of. And I think that's really kind of freaky, because it's like, well, are you a good thing but you're a bad thing? You're just giving me false hope, but then you're kind of giving me a solution when I didn't have one. And then it's like, that happens even when people don't have an eating disorder. Just mental things come into people's minds when they have a problem that they can't solve. Sometimes in their minds it's like, well, why don't you just do this and that might help solve it. And it's like, the might help solve it. It's not a definite, but because you don't have any other solution, you're like, okay, well, let's try it, when it's not necessarily going to be the greatest thing, but because you can see a possible solution, it's like, let's go for it. The growth of an eating disorder just comes from that, and it's kind of really weird. And I just want to open up the conversation, like, has anyone else been told that? Because when I got told it, I was like, I'm having mixed feelings. Like, I understand what you're saying and why you're telling me this, like, to my therapist, but it was just so, I don't know, it's just really weird to think about. So yeah, I just thought I'd open up that conversation, have a little bit of a chat with you, so that we can keep going with the chat in the comments, because I am really intrigued to find out what you guys think of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just remember that if you guys have any video suggestions, any mental health topics that you want me to talk about on Thursdays, or some random videos that you want me to do on Mondays, or if you just have random questions, then definitely leave them in the comments. Like this video and subscribe and push the notification bell so that you get notified when my new video comes up, and so that you see all the videos that you guys want to see, because I want to make videos that you guys want and that you guys feel like you need. And although right now I'm kind of just talking about things to do with my eating disorder that I've been going through and that I know might help a lot of other people, but it might not be what you guys need right now. So yeah, definitely let me know, and liking and commenting on this video really helps support my channel. So yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye.